Hey guys, welcome back to the Mining Stacker YouTube channel where we cover all things crypto from the perspective of a miner. So today's video is going to be about my DCA strategy for this bear market. So we're already quite a ways in. We're about a year in. Um, a lot of stuff going on. Today is what, November 9th. So the FTX crash just happened. A lot of stuff. Anyways, prices are cheap right now. So before I really say anything, none of this is financial advice. This is just what I'm doing, what I've prepared, and this is my strategy. So I set up a plan way back. I've been in the space for about 2 years now. So still kind of a newbie, but did a lot of research, especially into the history of the cycles, right? So pretty much from day one, I had a plan already in place for this bear market. So I've been DCAing pretty much nonstop since I started mining. Um, Mining was almost kind of like a forced way to DCA. We get rewards, but we're paying, our electricity costs, our hardware costs, things of that sort, and it's a forced way to DCA. So this whole time I've been DCAing by mining, as well as DCAing on top of that. So I set up my plan early. What I would recommend, what I did, is I have a goal of the amount of coins and tokens I want to collect by the time this bear market's over. At least we're well into it. Again, everybody has different beliefs how long this bear market's going to be. Some people believe we're going to be in a bear for 10 years. Whatever the hell, I'm basing it mainly off of the previous cycles. Again, this is what I think. This is just my personal touch on it. Everybody has their own, but that's the way I'm looking at it. So I have a goal set of the amount of coins I want to collect, which projects I want to collect, which is the big one, right? Very overwhelming, especially for somebody who's relatively new or you've only been in a couple months. Crazy amount of tokens, right? And coins. Do your research, narrow it down. Look at what projects you like, which ones have good use cases, which ones are going to make it through this bear market, which ones are continuing to develop. Look on their GitHub, see how many, people are, actually doing stuff on the network. What is the community like? Check out that Discord, check out that Reddit, check out the overall sentiment. YouTube's another great resource. I know there's a lot of people who shill only certain coins. Don't just watch one channel. Watch multiple channels. Get different perspectives. Look at what things interest you, right? Regardless of what you are, what you do, there's going to be some aspect of a coin or some token that's going to have something that appeals to you. Whether it's, DeFi, whether it's gaming, whether it's, proof of work projects, whatever it may be, find a niche, find something you're good at, find something you're interested in, because that's going to keep you interested in that coin, in that project, right? There's people who invest and have an allocation of like 100 altcoins and stuff like that, which is crazy. But you got to remember, you got to be able to keep up with these things, right? So narrow it down to however many. Me personally, I think I'm down to like around 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there. Don't have too many, but the ones I do follow, I'm like deep in that community. I'm active in their discords. I'm looking all the time. I'm researching constantly, and they're things I'm interested in, so I'm researching those. At one point during the bull market, I was at like probably 20, 25. A lot of those I sold, I consolidated, I took profits. But anyways, I have those coins and I have my plan set up. I have, my goals to get, X amount of coins by this time. And I do so by buying the dips, right? I do DCA, but I don't do DCA like how people normally do, which is, they'll do it either once every 2 weeks, once a month. They'll, okay, I'm going to buy this. No, I do allocate money, right? I have X amount that I have allocated every month, but I only buy when there's dips. So I'm constantly collecting a little bag and then waiting for those dips, and then that's when I go hard. I don't go all in either, right? Like even right now with all this crazy dumpage, I'm only throwing in like 10%. Every 10% that goes down, I throw a little bit more, throw a little bit more until it hits like what I consider to be a crazy price. And this is where you have to research to find out what that price is for you, what you think the low is going to be. Like, are you in the camp that Bitcoin's going to go down to the 3,000, or are you in the camp that we already bottomed, or that this is the bottom, this is the new low, right? You have to decipher that. You have to research that, and that's what's going to influence your buys, right? Because if you still think there's a ways to go, why are you buying now, right? So again, me personally, I do think there's a possibility of us hitting, that 14, 15K, and I think that might possibly be the low. Again, this is just my personal opinion, what I personally think. So I'm holding out for that. I am DCAing though. I did buy some yesterday. I bought some more today. I bought some, after the big, Celsius and Luna collapse. I bought a whole bunch then, buying a whole bunch now. And again, after seeing these new lows, I have new price targets. Like, okay, I want to buy when it's in this region. I want to buy when it's, around here, around there. I don't want to overbuy. And it's very hard to, right? FOMO is a real thing, that fear of missing out, that you see it pump, you're like, oh man, this is going to be my last chance. Be patient. We still have a ways to go. Again, my opinion. To me, we still have another whole solid year of decent prices. We might hit a higher low, right? So instead of Bitcoin hovering in this now 17, almost 16 to 18 range, maybe it'll be 20 to 22, which is still not bad if you're in the camp that thinks we're going to hit at least all-time high next bull run, right? So again, you want to look at that. That's what I'm doing. I wait for these dips and I only buy the things that were impacted the most, right? So whatever's dipped the hardest out of the coins that I have allocated. Again, I have a set amount of coins that I'm interested in, and then the amount that I want to buy in total of that project. So like what I personally do, I'm on CoinMarketCap. I like look to see who got hit the hardest, right? So in the 24 hour, I'm not really too concerned with the 24 hour. I want to look at before the price drop, right? I want to see what got hit the most. And again, it's tokens that you research. Don't just, oh, this one dropped 85%. Let me no, man, the FTX token's probably going to zero. So again, this is where you got to research and look at it. I know a lot of people are big on like Aptos, but again, any of the like FTX, SBF tokens are going to get hit the hardest right now. So if you're into Solana, Helium, which SBF is, and FTX is a big bag holder of anything where they like invested in their ICO, they're gonna be dumping. So like Solana, that's why Solana's getting hit so hard. Aptos is getting hit super hard. Helium's getting hit super hard. Anything in that ecosystem is gonna get hit hard because those are the things that Alameda has to dump essentially, and it's probably gonna get worse for any of these projects. But again, do your research. This is the type of thing. So if you're a Solana believer, you think it's gonna, then this might be a good time to buy some, right? Chances are though, it's probably gonna go lower. I personally bought some. I'm into Solana. I'm into Helium. I mine Helium. Waiting for that to go lower. If it does, I'll probably hop in more. AVAX is another solid project. Again, there's a lot of solid projects right now that have been getting hit hard. Whether you do any of these proof of stake coins or any of these layer ones, or if you're a proof of work miner, which of course I am, I'm buying a lot of those projects as well. Even things that I currently mine, I'm buying just because they're so cheap. I'm a Cadena miner. Right now, it's like at $1.08. I bought some more, even though I'm mining it at just such a good price that's offsetting the cost of some of my miners. Again, I'm a long-term believer. I'm more of an investor versus a trader. Again, this is all part of your plan. You need to decipher whether you're going to be trading it, swing trading, doing these fluctuations, or if you're an investor. All these coins that I'm looking at for the next bull market, I am investing in. I'm holding for the long term, right? That doesn't mean I'm married to the bags either, right? If there's pumps, I sell and I look for something that gets hit. Like right now, I sold some of my Matic. I picked up Matic in the dump, and over the summer it went down to like 33, 38 cents, and I bought a good amount there, and I sold at what 115. I think it hit like 130 or something like that. But again, hard to hit the top. But I sold a good chunk there and held on to that for these dips, and here we are. And pretty much all that I reinvested into another coin, with the hopes of it's gonna go up. Um, but again, you got to set up your plan, set up the projects you want to look at, set up goal targets, right? Like, okay, my goal is to collect X amount of, let's say, flux, okay? My goal is to get this amount. I want to get 3 nodes going, so I need 3,000. Set that goal up. Look for these price dips. Look at the price history. Look at what it's been at in these past, 3 months, 6 months. Look at what the all-time low is, or the low of the past year. Even if you're not concerned with like all-time prices, just look at it. Look at the history. Look at where it's been, right? Especially go back in time. Okay, look at the 3 months. Right now, this is the 3 month low. We're at 49 cents for Flux right now. Great price in my opinion. Not as low as it has been, right? This other dip we were hitting in the low 40s, so it's about there. But I mean, guys, look at this. Look at this. Look at how much lower we've gotten. So this, to me, for me personally, I did buy some Flux. I'm not mining it. Again, I'm not mining at a loss. This is the time to scoop up. So again, guys, make that plan. Set up your coins. Set up price targets, right? And then DCA. Like right now, I'm going a little bit harder because of this crazy dip. This is like one of those. This is a similar situation again to that Celsius and Luna thing, and I don't think it's over yet. That's why I'm not going all in either. Like never go all in because you're gonna run out of money, right? The money I have set aside has to last me a whole nother year. We may get more of these. This may not be the last exchange that goes down. May not be the last VC firm that goes down. There may be more to come. We don't know, right? So yes, this is good right now, but what if we go down at 20 cents? What if we go down at 10 cents? You want to have that money be able to stack up. So I'm DCAing, I'm deploying a little bit more than usual. I may do even a little bit more, just depending on how much lower we go. And I still do have a lot of my mining hardware to sell if it gets to that point where I think it's that great of a deal. But again, guys, start setting up your plan if you haven't already. Get invested in those projects, especially if you're a long-term investor versus being a trader. I am an investor. This is why I research my tokens. I have a set amount and I have certain projects I'm into. Even though it's very tempting to go somewhere else, I'm trying to pile and stack my bags of the projects I do have, right? Once I meet those targets, then I might set new targets, might add something else. Maybe once I'm like sufficient with the amount I have in my bag of that project, I'll look into something else, right? And then even for you other miners, even other coins, guys, like right now, these smaller cap coins, which have not moved much. This has been the crazy part is Caspa and like Radiant, which are smaller GPU mineable coins, they've been doing very well. They haven't even moved much. So I'm not even buying right now because the price is just still so high from what I've purchased in the past. But right now, what's looking good are these bigger caps, right? Anything in the top 200. Excellent prices you may want to DCA at. And again, for the 100th time, not financial advice, but if you haven't started DCAing yet, might be the time. All right, guys. Well, hopefully I got you thinking about DCAing if you haven't already, looking at different projects, setting up that plan. And again, research, guys. Research. Learn about that project. Go on YouTube. Man, there's so much content on YouTube. I know there's certain guys who show only certain coins. Don't just watch that one guy. Watch different people. Look at different perspectives. Look at different arguments. Look at why this coin's good, why this coin isn't good. Okay, there's a ton of perspectives. I know some people get on certain YouTubers for only showing certain coins. Okay, watch their content, learn about that coin, learn about this other coin. Find somebody who's on the other end of the spectrum who maybe dislikes that coin. Why do they dislike it? Form your own opinion. Don't base it off of some YouTuber or some content creator, whatever it may be. Okay, don't even just solely listen to me. But again, this is just a different perspective, and this is the reason to follow multiple people, different accounts. There's a ton of good content out there, guys. Okay, do your research. This is the bear market. We've all heard the stories in the past. This is the time to buy. When there's blood in the streets, get your bag, stack your bags, whether it's coins, tokens, mining hardware, whatever it is. This is the time. This is one of those times, guys. A firm believer in that right now. All right, well, again, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the content. You got something out of it. Please comment, like, subscribe, whatever tokens you're into. Comment, guys. Let's get some action on there. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.